handed him the gun out the backseat of the car.
16-year-old Charleston White took the stand and testified against his friend, Antoine Doolittle, who sat just a few feet from him and listened intently.
He pulled off, and the hammer back on the gun.
And then what happened?
He fired.
Doolittle is accused of gunning down 34-year-old Michael Levy of Irving. Levy attempted to stop Doolittle, White, and 2 other teenagers accused of shoplifting 3 sports jackets and a baseball cap from an Arlington mall in September of 1991. Witnesses say Levy pounded on their windshield until the teens threw the jackets out the car window. Then Doolittle supposedly shot him in the back as Levy walked away. White repeated the conversation he says he had with Doolittle after the shooting.
He said, "Look, you shot him."
And what did he do?
Started laughing.
Levy had been married only 4 days when he was shot.
But I always had my dreams of my Prince Charming. I found him. And it's hard to believe, but I did. And I believe in fairy tales because he made my dreams come true. And they took that away.
White will be testifying against all 3 of his buddies in exchange for a maximum sentence of 12 years. A juvenile judge reduced the charge from capital murder to murder against Doolittle, so the teenager faces from 5 years to life in prison if he's found guilty.
I handed him the gun.
So Charleston White is at it again. You know, he always looks for something that he can grift on, and this time he's grifting on Chud the Builder. Now, we know that Chud the Builder been going around Nashville, calling black people the N-word, saying all kinds of stuff. We done seen him get locked up. We got a woman coming on here now saying that she was hitting him with the Brock back shots. Johnny Man opening him up, and he liked the big ones, right? We got that woman saying that. We seen him arrested because he went into a W restaurant, right, and was acting a fool, and they arrested him. But Charleston White, he says he loves Chud the Builder. He loves Chud the Builder, right? Because he says Chud the Builder, he likes the fact that he calls us the N-word because black people are cowards. We will unalive each other. We'll hurt each other. We'll backbite each other. We'll do all these different things to each other. So he's rocking with Chud. He's a fan of Chud the Builder.
Pick up my hat, nigga. What you looking at? You chimping out? I love Chud. I love Chud. Well, guess what, Black America? I done fell in love with that white boy Chud. That white boy Chud that's going around Mason. Pick up my hat, nigga. What you looking at? You chimping out? I love Chud. I love Chud because you know what Chud is showing everybody? Black people are cowards. You can spit on them. You can call them. They won't do nothing. But if another black person says, "What's up? Bitch, you looking at?" If another black person does the things that Chud is doing, white people can go back to mistreating black people. I swear to God. And black people ain't gonna do nothing but take it. Man, why man, you know what's scary? They letting him walk around and stream it. Don't y'all walk around streaming and video recording us kicking each other? What's up, bitch? So what's wrong with Chud? What's wrong with Chud? I've never heard of him. I have. And I love him. I love a white man that'll look at one of you and now you're white man can't ever call me. We got one that's doing it, y'all. I haven't seen one crash out, nigga. Now Nashville, and I'm talking to Nashville, Tennessee, because he's in Nashville doing this. I remember when I was in Nashville, Nashville, the city was on fire talking about what they gonna do to me. But boy, here we got a white boy that's openly saying in a disrespectful manner, and that mace, my choice of weapon. I like guns too. I'm like that white boy. I love to see how that black skin turns orange when you mace it. Hey Chud, whatever you're doing, don't stop doing it, buddy. Because you is proving my point. I've always said black people are always tough with each other. But when you get you a cracker that'll get in your face and say nigga and ain't scared of, I've watched every last one of you bow down. Now, kicking Chud's a misdemeanor. If you pop Chud, he can't shoot you. He can't. because he's a big guy. If you swing at Chud, he's going to mace you. If you go to jail for kicking Chud's ass, guess what? Maybe $1,000 bond. But guess how much money you'll get for kicking Chud's ass? I hadn't seen one take a swing at Chud, but you'll swing at another. I'm telling you, black people have an innate fear of a white man that'll call them a nigger. We won't do nothing. I swear we won't. It's a bunch of hollering about what they'll do if the white... I won't go back to slavery. Well, guess what? We're going back, boy. And Chud is the test to show white people what they can do and get away with them. And I just want to tell you, nigga, the word ain't your word. It's an English word that then came up for history. How you gonna tell him he can't call you and he gave you the name? He gave you the name, boy.
Okay, so let me give y'all some game. So when this guy was 16 years old, he was caught up in a homicide and the death of a W. At 16, he got on the stand and he told on his friends. And he went and did some time, and his friend is still in jail to this day since 1991. He's still in jail. This guy, man, is a butt kisser, right, of these W's. He'll do anything, right? Now, this is the thing. He speaks as if the totality of the black community is running around recording, unaliving each other. It's not. 80% of the black community get up and go to work every day. They're hard-working people. All groups got their issues, right, in this country. W folks ain't nobody to look up to. They don't have a good moral history in this country. Are you serious? Who are they to who are they to you comparing us to them? How? But when you're a grifter and you do anything for money, right? You know, he talk all this stuff about black folks. He talk all this stuff about black folks, but this the same guy that was in city council crying to them W's about them doing horrific things to the community down there where he comes from.
And y'all still treat us like y'all treated the poor nigga when he come off the slave ship. You take our property and you don't even blink an eye, man. That's how I feed my family. That's how I feed my family. You seize my table that cost over $1,000 and you say you have official immunity to do what you want to do to this poor nigga. And I will be down here every week until y'all make it right. I'm trying to appeal to the spirit of the law. Make it right.
Your time has expired.
Texas Nigger Nation. I stand on it. Y'all call us nigger. Y'all gave us that name. And I wore the word nigger proudly. I wore the word nigger proudly.
Nadia Dryden.
So this hypocrite is saying that he loves Chud the Builder, who's going out there antagonizing black people. He's going out there messing with black people. Now, I do YouTube, and I'll call out our community, some portion of our community for some of the things that they do. Absolutely, right? The underbelly of our class. He came out here later. You know, Charleston is new to YouTube. He comes out here, he going after the gang, he's saying a whole bunch of crazy stuff because he know that goes to the algorithm. He doesn't care nothing about black people. He's doing that for the money, right? So now Chud is the new hot guy in the algorithm. So now he comes and he jumps on the Chud bandwagon. The same guy that was responsible for unaliving the W. So he kisses the W's behind any chance they get because they don't forget. They got receipts. They know what you did. They know what you did last summer. And you got on that stand and you told, right? You beholden to them people. Then you go down to city council and you're crying and begging, right? And saying, and man, who you think you fooling, dude? Who you think you fooling? That's not the totality of black folks. That's running around there acting a double dog fool. We all call that stuff out. The majority of black people are decent people just like anybody else. Every group has their underbelly. But for some reason, we're conditioned in this country to look at ourselves as if we're the worst people on the planet. How? Because it's reverse psychology, what they did to your mind. They call you something enough, you start to believe it. You start to see yourself as that. But the actual people that called you that are the culprits. These people have a 400-year history of destruction, mayhem, and now created laws, that the same laws that they broke to establish this thing, It's what they incarcerate you for, use their media to demonize you for. So now this idiot goes on to Adam 22 and he says this.
Location. I told him meet me at the police department, and I drove to the police department. Turned my camera around, said, "Yeah, you meet me at the police department."
That's what started it.
That's what started.
Okay.
F you too. Y'all don't kill number niggas. Y'all ain't shot it now, gun. So now it's f all you because y'all ain't done nothing now. And now Mexican, but y'all got a history than the Ku Klux Klan. How you go honor that?
I mean, just in general, people tend to kill other people within their group.
Show
White
me the
people
Jews.
kill whites.
Show me Jews killing Jews. Show me Asians killing Asians. Show me where they have show me where they make up the smallest percentage of people in the country and they have over most of the homicides. No other race has that but us. No other race does gangbanging like us.
The Hispanics do it.
The Hispanic,
whites do it.
The Hispanic murder rate is not like the black on black crime.
It might not be as high, but
it ain't even close.
If a Hispanic person gets killed, it's almost certainly going to be by another Hispanic person. 80% of the time.
Name me last time you can recall a big Hispanic gang killing compared to ours.
Hispanic gangs kill each other all the time out here.
But we don't know it.
I mean,
name one.
They ain't famous enough that people are putting it on the front page.
Whether ours is famous or not, you're going to hear about us. Nobody kills each other more than black Americans, nowhere on earth. You cannot compare that to anything.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably a higher percentage.
Not even higher percentage. Nobody does to each other what black Americans do to each other. White people don't do each other like this. Mexicans don't do each other like this. When Mexican gang come in, they take each other in. Mexicans don't openly fuck over each other.
So
in front of other people.
So then the whole question becomes, and one side
I don't care about gangs, period.
But one side makes you a normal person, and the other side makes you some. Question is there something inherent in black people that they want to kill each other, or is it just surely because of the conditions in America that they've been in?
It has nothing to do with the conditions of America. You wanting to kill people has everything to do with the conditions of your heart and not the conditions of your environment.
The conditions of your heart are going to be determined by the conditions you grew up in, right?
I know plenty of people grew up in the conditions and don't kill people or hurt people or gangbang.
Well, it's not going to transfer to everybody.
I know people that grew up in worse conditions than L.A. gangbangers grew up in and don't kill people.
So what's in the heart of a black man that he just wants to kill?
I don't know.
That's really what you think?
Yeah.
Really?
It's in his heart. Yeah, all killers kill based from their heart, not their mind.
Do you think that like black people just have this like warrior spirit that makes them want to do battle?
Warriors don't group up, or soldiers do. Warriors fight alone. They don't fight in groups.
Okay.
Yeah, black people don't have a warrior spirit, because if we had a warrior spirit, we'll kill a white man as soon as we can think about it.
Right.
We have a coward spirit. That's why we hurt each other.
So let's debunk this fool real fast, because first of all, it's countries around the world that we don't hold a candle to, that wipe each other out. Do you see what's going on in Mexico, in certain cities in Mexico, Venezuela, Salvador, India, the Baltic regions of Eastern Europe? Who do you think you're talking to? See, he can talk that stuff to a lot of y'all because some of y'all out there just plain stupid. And you just go for anything you hear. If you're not well read, he's not going to run that by me. You see what happens? Are you seeing what's happening in these other countries?
Violence in Mexico is apparently reaching new heights. Officials there say they recorded nearly 8,500 murders from January just to March this year. That is close to a 10% jump over this time last year. Now, last year, all of last year, was considered the most violent in Mexico's history, with more than 33,500 murders. Several Mexican cities now considered some of the most violent in the world. Tijuana is holding the top spot. Mexico's president has created a national guard to try to address the violence.
Nothing strikes more fear among Venezuelans than seeing this Special Action Force, or FAES, on patrol in low-income neighborhoods. Armed with assault rifles and with their identity hidden, this elite police force, originally formed to fight crime, has become synonymous with extrajudicial executions. Jose Camero lost his 18-year-old son, Angel Gabriel, 8 months ago, the day he went to visit a woman he was seeing in an area where the FAES was patrolling. He says the boy was shot at point-blank range inside her house and made to bleed to death.
I don't know why they killed him, but I know that the FAES first tortured Angel because they thought he belonged to a gang of delinquents. My son had no criminal record and wasn't involved in that business. I wanted the girl to make a statement, but she's too frightened.
All right, many immigrants say they're fleeing to the U.S. because of relentless gang violence in their homelands. Last year, nearly 30% of unaccompanied minors who entered the U.S. illegally came from El Salvador. The Central American country has one of the world's highest murder rates. Omar Villafranca is in El Salvador's capital, San Salvador, where police showed him how gangs are terrorizing neighborhoods. Omar, good morning.
Good morning. Local police tell us one of the biggest problems here in El Salvador is gang violence. And we talked to people who told us they're willing to risk everything just to get to the U.S. border. And we got a firsthand look at everything that they are trying to escape. As darkness fell on El Salvador, we rode along with heavily armed police hunting for members of the notorious MS-13 and Barrio 18 gangs. While we were driving around, officers immediately stopped their trucks and confronted these three men. And they think they are MS-13. They're pretty sure based on what they're wearing, especially shoes. Shoes here, good shoes, Nike shoes, can be expensive, and these guys are wearing them. The police are out.
You know, so Charleston is an idiot, man. You know, this is the crazy thing, right? There was a prior to the 60s, we weren't unaliving each other at this alarming rate, but they were still unaliving us. They were still unaliving us all the way up until the 70s. Then they used laws to unalive us and created economic deprivation in the communities that we lived in, where crime would go up, right? And then they unalive us, right? The first gangsters in this country was W's. They make movies about it. Jack Diamond and all these people. Machine Gun Kelly. They got movies. They was the first dope boys. They was the ones moving heroin, right? Who you think you talking to, right? We already know the small head mafia and all these other groups. This ain't hate speech. This is historical narratives. This is the history. They was doing this. Who you think you're fooling? But see, you can go and tell an idiot anything, right? Now, once the 70s come in, right? Once the 70s come in, and they start taking the factory jobs out of these cities that we fled from, because we fled the black codes and Jim Crow, because we was always under tyranny from these people, right? This is the hypocrisy that he does, because they tell his handlers tell him to go up here and say this idiotic stuff. So a lot of you young people do not get caught up in this. Don't listen to this foolishness, man. Don't listen to it. We are not the worst on the planet. We're nowhere near the worst on the planet in these countries around the world. Don't listen to that. These people are paid agents to come here and tell you anything. So the whole thing is, man, these people, the original gangsters wear suits and they dictate policy and law. And they dictate your thought process and how you're going to live. They project things 20, 30 years in advance and psychologically condition you to live within their bubble that they did for their economic gain. You're not thinking outside of the box. You're thinking inside the box they created for you. So we are behaving the way we were designed to behave. Man, we just got to wake up. We just got to wake up, man. But no. When we wasn't unaliving each other, they was unaliving us at an alarming rate. And they was getting away with it. And a lot of them never paid for it. So, y'all let me know what y'all think, man. If you made it this far in the video, hit that like button, subscribe to Street Media TV, leave your comments in the comment section, and remember, I love y'all till the next time. Peace.